Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. My name is Jesse Milestone, and today I'd like to talk about the subtle but critical distinction between everyone and anyone, these ideas and how they're applied to storytelling today. You see this definitively on display in the new Star Wars movies, and as well as we'll talk about Harry Potter, because this is another great example. Harry Potter does this right. Star Wars is doing this wrong, and now this is part of, once again, the social justice warrior talking points of the day that actually breed greater toxicity in our environments rather than making things better. So here's the deal. Star Wars, right? We start right off the bat with this idea, and this is Rian Johnson's whole subversive thing with Rey's parents being nobody, and her coming from nothing, and then even the little addition of Broom Boy, is this ridiculous idea that somehow he's doing something novel and wonderful and good by making it out that the Jedi can be everybody. Everybody could be a Jedi. Just everyone has the potential to just be a Jedi at all times, at any point. And you get a little bit of this even in The Force Awakens with the Finn picking up the lightsaber and wielding the lightsaber with any degree of competency, even though we've seen no evidence that he's remotely Force sensitive whatsoever. So we have this whole idea where, like, just now, being a Jedi is not special. Every single person can just train and be a Jedi. Everyone's got Force potential, and this is great. Which is a little bit ridiculous, and we've talked about this before on this channel. You're getting into this idea now, this whole idea that if everyone is special, then no one is. And this is truly a conceit of social justice culture. That's really the exact idea. Their idea of equality is not equal opportunity. Every previous social movement's idea of equality is equal opportunity. Everyone starts with the same chances, right? Everyone starts with no doors are closed to certain people that are open to others. Is this idea of equal opportunity, and even that's ridiculous because without just complete blanket communism, you can't really have that. But okay, the idea is we don't close doors on people based on their race, on their ethnicity, on their skin color, on their religion, on their gender, whatever. Okay, that's equality, right? That's the idea of social reform, of civil rights equality. And we've gone so far beyond that now we're in this idea of equality, meaning that everyone's the same. That individualism means nothing anymore, that people don't have different potential, they don't have different talents, they don't have different strengths and weaknesses. Everyone just has equal ability to do and be anything ever at all, which is absurd. That's completely absurd. That's a ridiculous statement to make, because you can take, it's this idea that if all black people and all women just didn't have any of the things facing them, that they would all accomplish all of the same things as the highest achieving white man ever, which is ridiculous, because take a cross section of the white male population, take them from the exact same demographic, the exact same area, very similar households, income, etc., and these people do not all achieve the same things. They can have the exact same opportunities, they can have the exact same chances, all the privileges in the world, and they're still not going to achieve the same things, because not everything is for everyone. Now, the idea that has always existed in Star Wars is anyone could be a Jedi. Anyone could be, right? We happen to be telling the story of Luke Skywalker because it's an epic freaking story. We tell the story of Anakin Skywalker because it's an epic story. These are the stories we go to the movies to see. We don't go to the movies to see everyone's story. We live that shit. That's boring. We go to the movies to see the story of what could happen to somebody. It is very compelling for us to have a hero lifted out from just anyone. And Luke starts out that way too. I mean, he's just a farm boy, basically. And see how their life builds and blossoms. And it happens to be that in Star Wars you have this epic lineage going on, but that's not necessarily the case. You don't have that in Rogue One. Rogue One is not about epic lineage, and you don't have that in many other epic storytelling as well. And when you look around the Star Wars universe, Obi-Wan doesn't come from some special family or have some special history or parentage. Qui-Gon doesn't, as far as we know. Yoda doesn't. The Jedis on the Jedi Council, they could have been anyone. Anybody could wake up being Force sensitive, and just gets plucked off to go be a Jedi. That's anyone, right? It's the anyone versus everyone, but not every single baby born, today has the equal potential to grow up and be a Jedi. Don't all have the same level of Force sensitivity, right? And that Force sensitivity can be looked at as like talent in the real world. Not everybody, someone who grows up to be 5'2" is not going to play in the NBA. That's just crazy. It's not going to happen, right? So this idea that anybody could, any regular person, if you have what it takes to be an NBA player, there's nothing else. There's no like your socioeconomic class, your upbringing, the town you were raised in, the quality of the basketball team at your high school will not stop you from becoming an NBA player. You could go do that, right? Let's look at the film industry. Anybody can become an actress, an actor, a filmmaker, whatever. Anybody can do that. But not everybody can. You take 10 people, and not all of them will succeed at that for different reasons based on their individual personalities and their individual traits. And that is an okay thing. We don't want we don't want a society where everybody is equally qualified and capable. That's boring. We don't want to hear those stories. We don't want to tell those stories. So like I said, right, Harry Potter, there's a reason that Harry Potter is not about a Hufflepuff. And look, I'm sorry to all of you legitimate and awesome, wonderful Hufflepuffs out there. You share your house with every single SJW. SJWs are Hufflepuffs. That's just what they are. Because it's the house of everyone, right? But we don't want everyone's story. There's a reason Cedric Diggory is not the main character in Harry Potter. A regular old wizard from a well-to-do family, gets good grades, is charming, gets the ladies, plays Quidditch, all that stuff. That's not interesting. He's just a regular old guy. He's got things. Things are fun. Like when we tell a story about a high school, we don't tell the story of the popular kid who has it all and is well-adjusted. We tell the story of the people who don't have things, right, and who rise up, who become that anyone. They're not one of everyone. There is something that makes them different or special or unique. That's why we want to know their story, right? When you look at Harry Potter, the other characters that become almost as important and special are Hermione, are Ron. They're anyone's, right? And we still love them, but they're not the main character because if it's just anyone, if it was just a regular old everybody, Voldemort has no reason to want to kill him. Voldemort is not going to be entrenched in this epic struggle to the death with anyone. He's going to have that with Harry frickin' Potter. That's how it makes sense. That's how storytelling is exciting. That's how it brings us outside of the norm, outside of the ordinary, and gives us something special that we haven't seen before, right? So, yeah, it could have been anyone in the sense that Harry Potter was just a dude living in a shitty situation with shitty parents. He wasn't special at that time, right? But he became the somebody. He was plucked out of the sea of anyone's. It could have been anyone. The person who, and it's still important that this is the person whose parents died protecting him from Voldemort. That's important. The person whose parents died protecting their child from Voldemort could have been anybody. Could have been anybody. But it isn't everybody. Not everybody who was born the same day Harry Potter had their parents killed protecting their child from Voldemort. He did. It could have been anybody. But it could not have been everybody. And this distinction is so critically important because we want to hear the stories told about anybody, not the stories about everybody, which is another reason why the Star Wars movies are so freaking dull. It's because they're trying to make it this everybody story. They're trying to just bring a little bit of everyone who's all good at stuff and can all do the same things, which is why you get these Mary Sues, right? Because it's the idea that, oh, well, everybody can just be this good at these things. No, they can't be. Anyone could be, but not everyone. So now you have this character in Rey who's just really good at everything for no reason. There's no explanation for why she's good at this because she's just one of everybody who's super good at this. And that's not exciting. We don't have a compelling reason for her to be this good at it. We don't have a compelling reason why this individual person is so powerful and so interesting and so compelling to watch. She's not interesting or compelling to watch because she's just another person who's just super good at the Force because it's just a thing that's totally fine and normal now. See the difference? Anyway, that's been bugging me a lot. It's these little semantic differences that people just get lost everywhere. And this difference between anyone and everyone is so critically important. And we really need to not lose sight of that. Otherwise, our stories are just going to be as uninteresting as everyone typically is. So thanks for watching. If you care. I got new t-shirts coming out really, really soon. Guys, if you want to get more involved with the channel, if you want to figure out other ways to support Mindless Entertainment and help it grow, please click the video, getting involved with me to learn more about that. Also, if you haven't watched the music video, Forget Everything by the band Lunch, that's my little sister's band. Please go check it out. You guys are great, and we'll talk again real soon. Don't be everyone. Be anyone. You are anyone. Be that special somebody. That's all. We are special. People, individuals are special and have things that make us special and different and unique. Embrace those. Don't run away from them. Bye.